today. As you know, Christmas is just around the corner. In fact, 2 weeks from today, I have heard a few times. So it's a good time of the year, but it is so stressful at the same time. And we have a lot of health ailments and just a lot of things we either forget to do or we just get overwhelmed with. And I was hoping for you to share some of the tips that you wrote in your article with us today.
So I've written an article on 10 tips to stay healthy over the Christmas break. And yeah, it's a fun time. It's a time where you enjoy, eat, drink, and be merry, and that can have its own side effects as well.
Yeah.
So I suppose I've broken it down into 3 different categories, and I won't go over each of the 10 things, but we'll talk roughly about the categories. And one of them is there's 3 different types of stress. So you can break that down into mental, emotional, physical, and chemical stresses. So we'll talk about those. So if we talk about the chemical side of things, eating, and there's a few things you can do. So one would be you're turning up to a party, there's going to be a whole lot of, sort of yummy food, but maybe stuff you shouldn't eat a whole lot of. Well, a few things to do. You can have something healthy to eat before you get there, so you're not ravenous and chowing down on cream buns straight away. You can fill up on fibrous stuff, so stuff like all the stuff that we think's horrible, like broccoli and cabbage and all that. Well, fill up on stuff that's got fibre in it. Makes you feel good.
Make you fuller for longer as well.
They'll feel full, and then you can eat some of that other stuff. You don't have to miss out. You can still have that stuff. Another thing as well is, again, especially when you're hungry, you can throw food down and not savour it. Whereas when you take your time, chew slowly, think about the flavours, all that stuff, it gives your body time to absorb. It allows you to enjoy the food more, and it means you probably won't eat so much. So that's on a sort of chemical level. On a physical level, there's all sorts of stuff. Preparing your garden. I've been doing a bit of gardening, a bit of Christmas party coming up.
So many patients.
So doing your gardening, doing the Christmas shopping, moving stuff, all these things. Well, a few things here. If you're going shopping, perhaps buy a few more vouchers and things, experiences rather than the stuff. That's one thing. Get help. Get people to help you lift stuff. Help participate. If you've got to decorate your house, get people to help out. It's more fun, and so that's helpful. And then I guess on the third thing is from a mental point of view, a few things. You can start to think ahead of the next year, so that can be a good thing. Like, okay, how do I want my life to be? 2020, pretty crummy year. How do I want next year to be a bit better? What do I want to do differently? Start thinking proactively. I think that's a nice thing. Giving yourself some good time there. In around this really busy time, eking out some good habits. A nice walk in nature. Spending time doing something you love, whether it's reading a book or macrame or whatever it is, that just gets your mind away from the busy stuff. And then lastly, of course, we're here in a chiropractic clinic. We're always going to talk about the spinal nervous system. It's essential. So don't let the good habits drop, including your chiropractic adjustments. I find that when people are under stress, they tend to break down. If we can help get that nervous system and spine working better and keep it well, that just helps you cope with stress better. Okay, makes you feel better.
And as we posted, have yourself a well-adjusted Christmas. Get your appointment in before we close and make sure you're feeling your best for that celebration.
All right, so a few tips there. If you want more detail and a bit more clarity, have a read of the article. I think it's a good one.
Fantastic.
And hope you guys have a fabulous Christmas.
Yep.
See you next year.
See you then. Bye.